We're going to train like a warrior, work like a robot, and just transform and create the life that we desire. The next 6 months can either be the same as last year, or it can be the beginning of your best life. So it's time to grow in all of these areas, and it's time to lock in, stay committed. And in 6 months, we're going to look back and realize that this was the best 6 months and the best thing that we did for ourselves, because everything changed for the better for us. Whereas for everyone else, everything probably stayed the same. The thing is, what we are not changing, we are choosing. So if you don't change your eating habits, you're inviting in obesity and disease, because you're not changing that bad habit. So you're inviting in all of these illnesses because that's what you're choosing. If you don't change your money habits, then you're going to remain living that mediocre life, living paycheck to paycheck. So we have to choose change. So instead of saying how nothing has changed, we can say how everything has changed for the better, and how we're getting closer and closer as every day passes to our dream life. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to write down the reason why we want to change our life. What is the reason behind it? Are we not happy with where we are living because nobody has the growth mindset and everyone's just living that mediocre life and that's what they believe is normal? Is it that you don't like your body because you're carrying a lot of weight and it makes you feel sluggish and it doesn't make you feel good? Is it that you hate the job because they always talk down at you and they never praise you for the good work that you do? We need to find the purpose behind why we want to change our life. Don't just say, I want a load of money. You're being too vague. You need to ask yourself, why do I want that money? What will it bring to me? The money will bring me freedom. The money will bring me the ability to take care of my family. The money will bring me security. So those are the things that you want. You don't want the money. You want the things that come with it. So you need to be detailed in the reason why you want something. You want to help other people. You want to build like charities across the world, or you want to like build schools or something like that. You need to be specific. So close your eyes and imagine the things that you want, and imagine the financial freedom that you have and what you can do with it. You can buy your mum that house that she wanted. You can buy your dad the car that he loves. You can go and donate to charities. You can build wells around the world. You can build schools. You can help poor countries. There's so many things that you can do with that money. Don't just think, I want money to just go do some shopping. Like, no. What is that? That's being selfish, and like the universe likes it when you want to give back, when you want to give to others. Obviously give to yourself, but you need to think of how it makes you feel when you have that sort of money and be so secure in it that I deserve this money, because most of us feel guilty if we have so much money. We should not feel guilty. Money is not the enemy. Money is not evil and it's not good. It's just a tool. It's just a tool. It's how you perceive it. So just close your eyes and imagine how it would feel to have your dream life and what is the purpose behind it. So one homework task for you to do is write a note to yourself as to who you want to become and why you want to become them. Another one is to draw a vision board. So you can cut out pictures and stick it on paper, or you can just make one online. I've made mine online. I haven't stuck it on paper or anywhere. So you can even do that. You can make it on Paint. You can make it on whatever app you want to use. It's just a collage of pictures of who you want to become, so that dream person, and just look at that vision board every single day and read that note to yourself at least once a day, so it reminds you of why you're doing something and it helps you to stay focused throughout the day. And in that note, make a life plan of what you want your life to look like in 1 year, in 5 years, in 10 years. You don't need to be so detailed, I would say, because the thing is, life like has its twists and turns. You can't really control everything in life, but you can have a direction. So make sure you have a direction and that all your goals align to it. So number 2, for our physical health, we're going to eat nutrient dense foods, and that's going to be mainly plant-based. We're going to limit the amount of gluten we consume, so breads and pasta, and we're also going to limit our dairy intake. This is because all of these products cause inflammation in the body, and that is why you're bloated. That is why you're feeling tired all the time. So eating these nutrient dense plant-based foods is giving your body the nutrients that it needs to thrive. So you have more energy, so you're sleeping better, so your skin is glowing. So in these next 6 months, we're going to drink a minimum of 2 liters of water a day, and we're going to incorporate movement into our life. So 3 to 4 times per week, we're going to move our bodies, and we're going to do a light exercise, there's so many things on the internet for free. You have no excuses. You can find 20 minutes in your day to work out and to move your body, especially if you're a remote worker, because your joints are getting stiff and you're going to have a lot of pain in the future, in maybe the next coming 1-2 years. So you better get yourself moving, start stretching, and we're going to go on a walk. So this is what I promised myself. I'm going to do minimum 5,000 steps a day, because 10,000 is maybe a bit too much. I'm going to try and work up to it. But for now, 5,000 steps is enough. It's just going to reduce joint stiffening and also just get the blood flow moving. So homework task for the next 6 months is 5,000 steps a day and 3 to 4 workouts, even if it's at home, per week. The third thing that we're going to concentrate on in the next 6 months is our mindset. Now, I've mentioned in my previous video about how to glow up mentally, physically, and spiritually, how important physical lifestyle, meaning your diet and your movement and exercise, is important for the mental clarity and for your mental health. So defo check that out if you haven't already. And if you've made it this far, then please leave a star emoji down below and hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Now, mindset is everything. If you're constantly thinking about negative things and negatively about other people, that is a reflection of yourself. That is how you feel within yourself. So instead of judging other people and looking at other people in a bad way, hold space for them and hold space for yourself, because there's part of you that is being triggered by other people. So you need to go within and find what is causing that trigger. Why are you so triggered by other people? It's your insecurities and it's things that need healing within you. So hold space for them, and everyone is a reflection of you. So if you think negatively about other people, that means you think negatively about yourself. Life is literally a mirror of your internal state. Why do you think so many people are living different realities? It's because they have created the reality. They are living a good, luxurious life inside, and that is why their outside world is showing them the exact same. Once you always focus on the negative and you always think people are bad, you can't trust people, this, that, the other, the world will show you the same. So practice gratitude, because gratitude, I know it sounds fluffy, but really it makes such a big difference. It just raises your vibrational frequency. So write down on a piece of paper some things that you are grateful for, or just write down some affirmations and just read them daily. And practicing gratitude actually allows you to see the good in all situations. So if you're late for something, or if there's traffic everywhere, just think of it as God was protecting me, because maybe something might have happened if I left earlier, or maybe something happened if this traffic wasn't there, like I might have had a car accident. So you need to be able to try and see the good in every single situation. I would also say try to journal 2 times per week, because this just allows you to release any stuck emotions inside your body, and it just helps you to release them, because let's be honest, no one on the planet knows us. We know ourselves the most. Even your best friend or the person you speak to the most, they don't know you completely. So you need an emotional outlet, and you need somewhere to write down your emotions, or just to release them in some way. And this is the best way to do it, I think, for me anyways. So you can find other ways if you want to go do boxing or something like that. I know I used to do that. So you can find your emotional outlet. Mine was journaling. So I'd write down how I'm feeling, and it was great for me because it's releasing the stored negative energy in your body. And the thing is, if you don't release these negative emotions, then they will get stored in your body and they have no place to move. So they move into your organs and they start causing diseases and manifest into diseases. Now, if you don't believe me, go and listen to interviews with Dr. Gabor Mate. He speaks deeply into this topic, and he's known for like his trauma and how it affects the body. So you can go and watch some of his interviews. Leave a link to one of his down below so you can check him out. And by changing your mindset, I also mean to stop talking down at yourself. I know you do this all the time. You always talk negatively to yourself. Why? Start talking positivity into your life. Those are spells. Words are spells. I say this in all of my videos. Words are spells. So talk positivity into your life. So what we're going to do is we are going to take a picture. This is your homework task for this one. We're going to take a picture of our baby self, of our small little self, and we're going to speak to them. Every single time we're going to speak to them, the person that they needed, we're going to be that for them. We're not going to be talking negatively to ourselves. We're going to talk to that baby who needed that love, who needed that attention, who needed that care. We're going to speak to them. Every time we are saying something bad about ourselves, we're going to go and look at that baby picture and be who that person needed. We're also going to write down 3 affirmations or 3 gratitude things every single day, and we're going to read them to ourselves in the morning, because your vibration is going to be higher in the morning, and you can even read it throughout the day if you wish to. If anything bad happens to you in your day, just always think God's protection. God is protecting me. God is redirecting me and protecting me. This means if this wasn't for me, he's going to protect me because something bad might have happened, and he's going to give me something better. You need to know that something is going to come that is better for you. So just release whatever's not in your control. You can only control yourself. So stop trying to control everything and just live and let go. And let God. The 4th is personal growth. Now, I know there's loads of videos on the internet about how to develop yourself personally, but literally all you have to do is focus your energy on yourself. Where focus goes, energy flows. So eliminate all of the distractions and find what truly matters to you. You can even start reading books or even listen to them, because I find it easier to listen to books because I can just find a way to fit it into my day. Whereas reading a book really requires me just sitting there and reading it, so it's a bit long for me. So I just listen to audiobooks, and the thing is, there's so many that are free on YouTube. You have no excuse. Like, if you're watching this video, you can go listen to an audiobook, and you can listen to it whilst you're traveling, when you're in the car, when you're at the gym. So you literally have no excuse. Another thing that you can do is you can pick up a hobby and start doing that 2 to 3 times a week. That means that you are learning something, so your brain's activated, because it means that you need to learn something and develop a new skills to be better at this hobby. So you can go dancing, you can learn yoga, Pilates, calisthenics, you can learn anything that you want. You can even go and start learning a new language, but just incorporate this into your week and find 1 hour 2 to 3 times a week, and I'm sure you can find that time for yourself. And the thing is, when we are being creative, it basically activates our sacral chakra, which is to do with inspiration, passion, and it just helps us feel more satisfied with life. And for personal development, you can also cultivate deeper relationships with the people that you love. I'm not saying with all of your so-called friends. Say no to what doesn't matter. Say no to the people that will not matter in 5-10 years time, and cultivate deep relationships with the people that will actually matter. You don't need to say yes to every single event that you're invited to. Your time is precious, your energy is precious, so start acting like it. So your homework task for personal development will be to read at least 1 book every single month, or listen to 1 book every single month. We're going to pick up 1 hobby that we're going to do 2 to 3 times a week, and we're going to start deepening our relationships with our loved ones. Number 5 is we're going to take care of our physical appearance. And now, I've spoken so much about how diet and lifestyle is so important for your physical appearance, but other things that you can do is do a oil massage 2 times per month at least. So this will just help hydrate your scalp and just make your hair more luscious and shiny. And yes, men can do this too. And we're going to oil our cuticles, so this area around your nail here, and we're going to oil them with coconut water or vitamin E oil. So this will just help strengthen it and help it not be so hard. And it's amazing for natural nail growth. You can even paint your nails if you're into that, or just make sure you file them and keep them nicely clean. And yes, men, I'm talking to you too, because men with dirty nails is so disgusting. It's such a turn off. So please clean your nails and file them. Everybody needs to do that, not just women. And when you look good, you feel good. And then you're just radiating this glow, and everyone just will be attracted to you. So this is one way that you can work on your physical appearance. So number 6 is we're going to focus on our finances. So when we go out now, we're only going to take a set amount of money just in case we need to buy something, or if we need to buy the necessary things. We're not going to take our whole bank card. We're not going to start overspending. We're not going to buy unnecessary clothes, because you probably have so many clothes, so many shoes already, you don't need new ones. So in these next 6 months, let's say you don't spend any money on any new clothes, unless it's for going to a wedding, but I'm sure you have clothes even for that, or a special occasion like your birthday. But other than that, we're not going to spend any money on any new clothes, and we're going to set up a system so that we can save a set amount after these 6 months. So if you tell yourself, I want to save up at least £1,000, then you can work backwards. So 1,000 divided by 6, and then afterwards you can divide that number by 30. So every day, how much do I need to save so that I have £1,000 at the end of 6 months? That is a very, very doable, by the way, because most people, I think it will end up being £5 anyways, £5.50 or something. And that is not hard for you to save every single day. So try to set a realistic goal that I want to save this much money at the end of 6 months, and then work backwards. Divide it by 6, so you get how much you need to save in 1 month, and then divide that by 30. How much do I need to save every single day for me to receive that money, or for me to have that emergency fund that I'm trying to collect? And this will just help you to build a habit of not overspending, and it will help you to build and save your money. And then that way you can save that money and use it to invest in something else that will actually profit you in some way, instead of you just losing your money and just wasting it. Number 7 is declutter your environment. So that means that people and things. So we're going to take a break from everyone and everything. Okay, it's time to focus on yourself. And the thing is, everyone will still be living, most likely, the same life that they were living 6 months ago. Nothing will probably have changed for them. And that's because they're in the same routine. Every single weekend they go out and they get drunk, or every single weekend they'll spend it by wasting time by shopping or going to the cinema, or wasting it on things that are not building themselves. Whereas you, if you focus your weekends, instead of spending it with your friends, they can wait 6 months. Trust me, if they're good enough friends, they can wait 6 months. So every single weekend for 6 months, you're going to spend that time cultivating your dream life, doing the things that you want to do, so that you can live your best life in 6 months' time, or start living your best life in 6 months' time. So you need to be intentional on where you're spending that time, and stop scrolling on TikTok and Instagram. You're watching other people live their dream life when you could be living your dream life. I've also made a video on how to stop doom scrolling. So if you want to check that out, defo do after this one. So your environment also includes all of those social media apps on your phone. What are those social media apps doing for you? You're looking at other people live their dream life. Like, in 6 months' time, trust me, everything will be the same on the internet. You're not going to miss out on anything. Stop having the fear of missing out. This is your problem. You have the fear of missing out because you don't have a direction. You don't know where you're going. Because if you had a direction, you would know that Instagram and TikTok is mostly a waste of time, unless you are a content creator and other people are watching your content. Most people do not know how to use these social media apps as a tool. Instead, they are all consumers, when all they do is sit there scrolling like robots on their phone, and they don't understand how precious their time really is. That is why they're wasting so much time, and they don't have a direction. That is why they have a fear of missing out, because they don't have a direction. Nothing is aligned with them. They're just going and following the crowd because they don't have a direction. They don't know where they're going. Because if you did have a direction, anything that wasn't in alignment with it would be easy to say no to. So if you had a project to work on the weekends, you would say no to sitting there scrolling on TikTok. You would say no to going out with your friends and getting drunk, because you know the next day you need to wake up, you need to go to the gym, you need to prep your food, and you need to get to work on your dream life. So start decluttering your space, and also your old clothes, because old clothes that you do not wear and they just have space in your wardrobe, it is energy. Energy is stored in those clothes. The clothes that we wear, if we've had them for a very long time, it stores that energy of those memories that you've cultivated in those clothes. So if you don't wear them and they're old and you've got bad memories with them, chuck them out and buy new ones, buy fresh ones. But as we said before, we're going to take care of our finances. So we're not going to buy new clothes. We're just going to chuck out the old and keep the ones that we already wear. You have to embrace the sacrifice, because nothing worth having comes easy. And you have to fight for the life you want. You have to fight for the life that you deserve, because you are creating it. You are the creator of your reality. So start acting like it and stop just living life as just like it's happening to you. You need to know your purpose and know what you're fighting for, because there will always be reasons as to why you should stop, but you need to find that reason that keeps you going as to why you should continue. It needs to be bigger than all of those reasons that are pulling you down to make you stop. You have to be consistent and trust the process. Trust yourself and trust God, that God is giving you everything that you want, but He's building you up. He's building you up so that you will be able to keep that life that you want. Because some people, why do you think some people that win the lottery, they lose all of their money and they're back to the same state again? Because they didn't work for that money. So God wants you to work and build that character that is needed to keep that wealth, so you can have generational wealth, so you can have a legacy, so you can take care of your kids, their kids, and their kids. So that is why God is delaying it. But it doesn't mean it's not happening. You just need to keep at it and trust the process. Know that it's happening for you. So let's do this, gang. It's time to lock in. And this time we're going to choose ourselves above everyone else. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for liking and subscribing. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in my next one.